Yeah, I look like a big cherry.
Big? Big? Are you calling me big?
No, I was talking about me.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to a very special retro react. So we're back with another Big Cherry retro react.
Big?
Our girls' 15 days of uploading are over, so Lord only knows what we're gonna do to fill up that time, you guys. Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I've been seeing a lot of speculation about Amber's relationship status lately, and we can discuss that in, like, another video, like, whenever she releases a new one. But I wanted to do retro react to another video that you guys recommended. It's the video where she, like, cries and complains about Twinkie and then leaves her to go get Applebee's instead. You know, good old classic. She also, of course, clickbaits her diagnosis as well. My diagnosis, Vlogmas Day 9. This video is not intended for kids 13 and younger. Girl, yeah, no shit. But you would still include people's children in your videos for no reason. So 3 years ago, this got 125,000 views. Damn, girl. Could you imagine if she was pulling those numbers now? But let's dive right in, guys, because, oh, goddamn, this is a longer one. I love how her videos have just gotten shorter and shorter over the years. Her girl doesn't even try no more. But let's jump right in and see, guys. Oh my god. Y'all don't know how many Vlogmases I had to go through to find this one. And they all have that same shitty fucking song blaring right in the beginning. Oh my god, it sped up sounds even more fucking crazy.
Hey guys, so welcome to Vlogmas Day 9, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey Amber. Oh god. She doesn't look much different, does she, guys?
That's the number we are on. So today has been kind of a hard morning at the beginning because I noticed Twinkie was acting different last night, and it was just like little tiny things. Like usually when I come home, she'll like jump on me. She likes to jump on the couch.
But she jumps on her like a trampoline.
And jump onto our bed and stuff like that. And I realized she wasn't doing those things. And what got me really worried.
Jump onto the bed that's on the floor, so that's like a 2-inch hop. Literally, like, the bed is like that curb you jumped off of at fucking Denny's, Amber.
You guys know how my bed is on the floor. Twinkie wouldn't even jump on that. She went up it like super slow. And then once she got on the bed, she couldn't really walk. And
yeah, that's not good, girly. That's not good. And the fact that she thought she could throw all this information out there and then not do a follow through with it, like, says everything we need to know about Amber.
I literally sat there bawling my eyes out because she was in so much pain that she was shaking. So we don't really have like any 24-hour vet places, which is...
We all know that that's a lie. Like, Michael fully exposed to that. Especially when, like, he typed in the Applebee's location and then found that there was one, like, directly a minute down the road. Like, girl, you're just lazy and stupid.
Dumb, in my opinion, because you never know what's going to happen at freaking 3 a.m.
Well, it's not as dumb as you, who can't read the fine print, obviously, you dipshit.
So tomorrow, since it's Monday, I need to call a vet, and it's, like, an emergency because Twinkie's in horrible pain. I don't know if it's, like, her joints. I don't know if she, like, while we weren't home, she, like, jumped off the couch wrong, or, like...
I mean, all these years down the line, we know that Twinkie does have joint problems now because of her fluctuating weight and the neglect done to her by Amber. Probably a lack of exercise, too, would also be, like, detrimental to her joint health and whatnot.
Anything could be happening. And I'm, like, terrified because...
Amber is just such a neglectful person. Like, if we can't even expect her to not neglect herself, like, literally the most important person in Amber's world is herself to herself. So, like, if she can't even take care of that, like, how is she supposed to take care of an animal, let alone 3 animals? Like, girl, bye. And I mean, cats are different, you know, they're a lot more independent. But they still rely on you for a lot. Not as much as dogs, but, like, I'm considering getting a cat. I won't get one until, like, I've done, like, a solid year's worth of just research and planning and getting myself ready for a commitment like that. I couldn't imagine a dog. And this goes beyond just Amber, but people really don't put enough consideration into animals and them having animals. Like, it's another life that you are having to care for, and you have to be understanding of what requirements that animal is going to need. And this woman wants to be a mother someday.
Cried too much about it. But I'm just like really worried, and I hope there's something that the vet could say to make me feel better. Like, oh, this, you know, is normal, or oh, this is gonna pass, you know. So I'm just like really worried about that. You guys probably are like, oh my God, why aren't you wearing makeup? Because like I've been crying and I don't want to wear makeup and I need my face to breathe. Just a lot. So Dana and Destiny are still here. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna be doing today. I'm not really sure how Vlogmas is gonna go today, but I will try my hardest. So we're at Walmart because I had to get medicine. Becky's always behind me by pure coincidence. And I found some Christmas pillows.
And then before you know it, we're back in the store shopping for wasteful shit. As always, Amber. As always. And in the cart, too.
Look how cute. Living. And I was thinking about...
Living. You're not living, Amber. You're in a fucking mobility cart in Walmart every other day. That's not living.
Another set, but I might just get a matching one.
Like, congrats, you can afford to buy all this useless shit that does nothing for you. But, like, look at your situation. You're literally stuck in a cart rolling through the aisles of Walmart.
Because aesthetic. Oh, let me smell it. What's that one called?
Red plaid mittens. It's bergamot, cedar, and golden.
Could you imagine just like seeing this in public? How fucking pathetic.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Sorry if you guys can hear the landscapers outside. They always, I mean, it's like 11 o'clock now, but they literally woke me up at 8:30 this morning. Today's my Monday. I don't want to be woken up that early. What is it with landscapers and starting at the ass crack of dawn right outside your window? I don't know if that's just a New Jersey thing, but oh my God, dude.
That smells good too. That smells clean.
That sounds good.
She likes clean.
Yeah, like
Oh my God, look at this
clean
one,
cotton.
guys. Ooh, definitely father.
Oh yeah, smell that.
Can you? Oh wow, yeah, that's clean. You guys. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna get this one too. Oh, what is this? I don't understand what.
This is what I like. That's
I don't know. I'm just gonna get it. And I'm also gonna get Twinkie some treats, some joint pain treats or whatever that helps with her joints. I don't even know. Oh, there they are. So I decided not to get the pillows, but this is what I was talking about. It's hip and joint peanut butter flavor. It helps with the hips and joints, I guess. It helps support them. I don't know. Oh, what is that?
It says it's liquid and it's pot roast flavor. It says easier than pills or chews. Helps relieve occasional stiffness.
Of course, Amber's solution to fix everything is just food. Whether it be for the pets or herself. Like, just fix it with food. Just get treats. Is that Becky in the background? Coming up? So who's she talking to then?
In 2 weeks, save money at the vet.
Oh, duh.
But I feel like
Can you put it in their water? Can you put it on their food?
see, the thing is, I don't know if it's her joints. I don't know if it's her hips. I'm trying to like slowly massage them and see like.
And then wait until you go to bed.
Yeah. I'm worried though. Like I felt so bad leaving her.
But you did. You had no issue, especially when now would be when vets primarily are open. So you could have brought her, but got to go shopping and go eating first. Get those priorities out of the way. Yep, and here we are. Oh no, they're at some place called Margaritas or some shit. I thought it was Applebee's. But I mean, literally look at everyone turn around and stare at this table of freaking biggins. Like, they're literally all huge, just sitting there, stuffing their faces, and Amber's recording it. Oh my God. The secondhand embarrassment I would get for all of them if I saw this out in public.
You guys look unamused.
Literally, look at how many people are just turning around and looking at them.
Yeah. Our new little restaurant, Chili's. How'd you like the chips and salsa? Yeah, we ate them.
Oh, it is Chili's. See, I don't go to Chili's, guys. I'm more of an Applebee's girly. Chili's is gross, in my opinion. Sorry about it.
Ate them real good.
Chili's, to me, is like if I were to go and eat at, like, an Americanized Mexican place in Texas. I don't know why. It doesn't slap. Not the way that Applebee's does.
Cajun shrimp pasta. What? Oh, okay. Here's a cheese curd. Cheese curd. Yum. So when we went to Walmart earlier.
The one thing our girl needs more of, it's curds.
Did get two things besides, I don't want to say the word because then she'll be like, oh, and I want to give it to her later. But,
Yeah, if I was Twinkie, the word treats wouldn't excite me. It would be, we're gonna finally get you some help.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I have this really cute Disney princess, like, mug, but I use it as a bowl for, like, chili or whatever. If you guys ever go into Walmart, look in the, like, gift aisle. It's kind of near, like, the party stuff and...
I don't know how she doesn't understand, like, the optics of a lot of these videos that she posts. Like, literally jumping from concern for her animal, or feigned concern for her animal, because we all know the girl clearly doesn't really give a fuck, to, oh, by the way, guys, at Walmart, I saw this and this. Like, you guys should check it out. Like, girl. Literally, one time, my dog had an accident, and I fucking bawled my eyes out. Like, he fell down one step, and I bawled my fucking eyes out. Went straight to the animal emergency room. Y'all don't understand. I mean, you guys probably do understand. Amber wouldn't understand what it's like to actually care about another living thing other than herself.
Like the birthday cards and the stuff like that. Like, it's hard to explain. But I got Cheshire. Oh my god.
I hope those are the mugs that have, like, high traces of lead in them.
Ooh, I'm so bad at...
Our girl, like, her thought pattern and whatnot, like, when she speaks, she literally reminds me of, like, boomers with lead poisoning. Like, long years of lead exposure. That's what Amber's vibe is. Just lead.
But from Alice in Wonderland, which I thought was super cute. And then I got Minnie Mouse, which I love her. She's so, like, aesthetic. Love. So I actually use these, like, more than I even use regular bowls. Like, I'll... Okay, thanks, ma'am.
It would have been quicker, but they didn't have to show me everything too.
Say bye.
Bye.
Have a safe ride home. Okay, so, yeah, I use these for, like, soups, chilies.
Right back to it. Who gives a fuck? Who cares about getting up, hugging your friends goodbye, seeing them out, like, anything like that? Just, all right, make sure to close the door behind you. Don't let the cats out again, Destiny.
Pretty much anything, honestly, you can drink out of them. So these are, like, my go-to. Perfect size and...
Perfect size, yeah, for a big bitch like you.
Them. This is actually the newest addition to our Christmas decor. Remember these?
Now listen, guys, I'm a huge Christmas fiend. Like, I literally bought, like, a 13-foot tall tree. I go all out when it comes to Christmas. This shit looks tacky and bad. Editing Jordan just coming in to say, what the fuck is that?
Tree fillers, we didn't need them, so Ricky put them up there. I actually think so.
Girl, you should have just thrown them out.
I think it looks really cute.
Of course you do.
Especially in person. This one, we need to fix though. It looks like it's falling. So I have been seeing a lot of comments talking about, like, why am I on antibiotics still? It's not good for her to be on antibiotics, and how I'm going to build an immunity to it. So
Newsflash, guys. She did build an immunity to it.
on top of that, I have been talking to a subscriber who, for some reason, made me feel comfortable enough to, like, open up to her about, like...
Yeah, for some reason.
What's been going on. And she thinks that I should tell my audience because people are kind of freaking out, which I understand. You know, it's not as bad as what it was, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of just going to explain the best that I can, the whole...
Well, honey, it's only going to get worse, so buck up.
...situation and everything that kind of happened. So I was out in the living room, and I was just hanging out with Eric, Ricky, and Becky. At that point in time, I actually sat on a mattress in the floor. We would bring it out there whenever we were out there, like, hanging out.
You still do, girly. You still do. So let's not pretend like, you know, that was just a one-time thing. Literally the entire time you lived in this house, that mattress was in the living room.
I don't have to do that anymore because my legs don't bother me like they used to, which I'm very grateful for. And I remember
okay.
saying something like, oh my god, it's so cold out here. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like, it's kind of hot, to be honest. So it was probably an hour later, and I started getting really cold. And our hardwood floors get cold, and my legs were on the hardwood floors because I was sitting on the end of the mattress. So that's why I blamed it on. And I was like, Becky, can you get me a blanket? So she got me a blanket, and it wasn't working. So long story short, I was not only shivering on the outside, but I was shivering on the inside. I'm sure a lot of you kind of know what I'm talking about. And that's usually when you're like, oh my God, a fever is starting. So I came into the bedroom and
She just sounds so stupid, you guys. Oh my God.
put 3 super thick blankets on top of me, and I was still super cold. And I was continuously checking my temperature. First thing I thought was, okay, I have the flu. This is exactly what's going on. I did a lot of research online, and it said very, very, very matter-of-factly that if your temperature goes above 102.7, a good idea is to go to the ER. But I was like, no, because I feel like 102.7 is like pretty common when it comes to a fever. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. It's probably just a flu that I'll let pass. So as time went on, it kept creeping up. Eventually it got to 103.1. When you're as big as me, you need to be very, very careful with fevers or just like any sort of sickness at all, because
Yeah, she's not careful at all. Isn't that ironic?
you never know what could end your life. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but when I did go to the ER, because I did end up going, as you guys know, when I did go to the ER, the guy said, I'm very glad that you came here, because that's like a
So she's worried about her temperature, but when she has reoccurring pneumonia every couple of weeks, that's not a concern. Okay, Amber. Or not getting re-scanned and retested for your cancer. Okay, Amber. Yeah, you really take your health seriously. Sure, girl.
high fever.
It's just so, like, it's really dark, but it's also kind of ironic and funny to have a 600-pounder sitting here in front of us telling us that she takes her health seriously. Like, girl, if you took your health seriously, you wouldn't be in the body you are in now.
So they took my pee, I did blood testing, swab my nose, you know, did all those things. And we were just like waiting. Turns out, which keep watching because the story goes on a little bit longer. He came back and he said there was a lot of bacteria in my blood. There was a lot of bacteria in my pee. But what scared me the most is he said there was a lot of white cells. Like my white cell count was super high. So
Yeah, why would that scare you, Amber? You don't even know what that means.
that freaked me out. No one wants to hear that. So he said, you have a horrible, he made it seem kind of scary. But he said, I have a horrible bladder infection. So he prescribed me antibiotics. And I thought, okay, well, I guess that's it. You know.
Well, girl, you've had reoccurring infections for months. What isn't scary about that? Obviously, it's an underlining thing.
So, as you guys know, I went home, but then I woke up and went back to the ER. So what happened was, let's do another little flashback here. It was probably up most to 2 months now. Dana and Destiny were sleeping over, and the mattress was in the living room because I was out there and I had to sit on it while we were hanging out. I know it's pathetic. And we were all about to go to bed. And we were all like up and cleaning, and I walked past the mattress, and I don't know how, but my baby toenail, like I said, I don't want to share any of this, but I feel like I kind of have to. I'm tired of people worrying. So my baby toenail hooked on to the mattress and bent backwards, if you will.
This is so wild, yo. How did she get a fucking infection throughout her entire body just from bending back a toenail? Like, girl,
freaking out. I was like gushing blood.
This should have been the biggest sign that something bigger was up. Like, god damn it, girl.
I was so scared. Becky almost passed out at one point because one, she doesn't do toes. How it looked was disgusting. Blood everywhere.
That toes comment is true, because anytime we got a glimpse of those suckers, you could tell no one was bending down to fucking clip them.
Actual pinky toe was like crooked. It was honestly super scary, but thankfully Destiny was like, I'll fix.
Guys, that's like the 4th ad, and we're only a little over halfway through. What the fuck?
For you. So it was like a whole.
I also love how in the little section thing here, whatever, the chapter says toenail removal. The bitch just said it bent back, not that it got completely ripped off. Like, girl, even in like the tiny little subtitles, she has to be fucking extra and alarming about it.
Okay. She
It's
just
the only way she can get people to actually care.
she could. I was like crying and freaking out because it hurt. So my whole toenail came off. Hi, nice to meet you. And I did everything I could to keep it clean. Band-Aid, I did everything. I did a lot of research.
I did a lot of research. She has to do research on how to keep a wound clean, you guys. She probably was Googling how to keep an infected toe clean without having to shower.
This is a very common thing because it happened when I was younger, but on my other foot, and it was a completely different toe, but the nail grew back so wonky. So I was taking care of it. I was like, okay, everything's fine. The thing is, no matter how much you clean something, you could still get bacteria in it. It can cause infection.
Girl, I'm covered in tattoos, and I have you know, very frequently when you get a tattoo, that is an open wound on your body. Never, okay, only once has a tattoo gotten infected. Has it been like my fault? It's not hard to keep something clean. Okay? It really isn't. So like, Amber, you gotta be actively neglecting your wounds and shit for them to get this bad. Okay?
It's like no matter what, even though I did everything I could, something bad could still happen. So, flash
Everything she could. She showered once a week. That was everything she could do, you guys.
forward about a month after that, which was where I'm getting to next. So, I went to the ER, had a horrible bladder infection. Okay, simple enough. I woke up the next day and my whole bottom of my leg was super red, like hot. And I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was right off the bat. Cellulitis. And I put everything, 2 and 2 together, because I've had cellulitis before. I've had it twice. I was in high school both times. I put 2 and 2 together, and
Imagine being so big in high school that you get cellulitis. That's fucking wild.
like I have to go back because the shivering, the fever, it wasn't because of my bladder infection. That was a coincidence. It was because I had cellulitis and it was growing. And
Nothing is a coincidence, Amber. Everything,
realize that.
everything, especially like health-wise, is always correlated. Okay, so like all these issues you're having now, it's correlated to your cancer. Because it was definitely in you by this time, like starting to grow and whatnot. I mean, I would say it's obvious because you were bleeding by this point. That's why you had the mattress on the floor, was so that you wouldn't bleed on Eric and Ricky's fucking furniture. Dude, how fucking sad. How sad.
realized that at the time until the next
Not even like sad in like a, oh, I could pity this like person in their situation kind of way. It's honestly just like pathetic.
morning when I woke up. So that scared me because last time I had cellulitis, like I said, was in high school and I had to get hospitalized for that. I'm bigger now. I'm older now. I'm more unhealthy now. So I couldn't mess around with that. So I ended up going back to the ER and I showed them and they said, yeah, you do have cellulitis. So it turns out that when my toenail got yanked off, somehow, I don't know how, because like I said, I took care of it and Becky eventually started helping me more. I got a bacteria in it. And the thing is, cellulitis does not only affect obese people. I know a lot of people think that, which means that you don't have the knowledge of people with cellulitis, like you don't know a lot about it. Yes, a lot of morbidly obese people do get cellulitis, but so do skinny people, like a lot of skinny people. And it is when
I don't know, I've never seen a skinny bitch fucking complaining about it like you, Amber.
bacteria
Never seen a skinny person get it like 5 times in a few months like you, Amber. Like, Jesus Christ, girl.
goes into your skin. It is a skin infection that can go inside of your blood and become a blood infection. I wanted to get it before it reached my blood because that's when it can become life-threatening. Long story short, the ER told me to continue taking the antibiotics because it not only will help with my cellulitis, but it will also help with my bladder infection. So I was like, oh, cool, I'm taking antibiotics for
Bruh, this girl was just literally a walking infection. Like, her bladder was infected. Her fucking skin was infected. Her blood was infected. Like, dude. Sometimes I think about how, like, fragile and delicate life is, and then other times I think about how resilient it is as well, because how this girl has continued trucking through so much negative health shit, and it just doesn't seem to faze her, is beyond me, dude. Beyond me. I had, like, a very, very serious, medical scare while I was in college. It completely changed my life. Like, still to this day, it affects aspects of my life. How did this girl go through cancer and not learn anything from it? Like, Jesus Christ.
things. We can kill 2 things at once. And it turns out the antibiotics did help with my cellulitis. But I could tell that my bladder infection was not going away. And so that's why I scheduled a doctor appointment. And they made me do another pee test. And I still have the bladder infection. And it's really, really bad. And I'm not sure what's causing it because TMI, I take care of Yandi. Oh my God, like I said,
Oh my God, when she told us the name that she has for her vajayjay, bruh. Why have a name for it? She wasn't being called upon at all by Becky. Girl. Girl. And she made it seem like it was Becky's fault that, like, they were in a loveless relationship. She didn't ever consider that, like, who the fuck would want to hook up with someone that showers once a week?
I don't want to talk about this because people will use these things against me and it's very TMI. And I just know that a lot of girls suffer from it. A lot of people that I know, like, I'm not saying like Becky or whatever, but I'm just saying like girls suffer with that. Like, I know guys get it too, but it's like super common, but mine isn't going away and it's like freaking me out. So
Girl, and it's probably not going to go away either, because, like, you're right back where you were.
Doctor put me on a stronger antibiotic that I've never taken before. So do I like being on antibiotics? No. Does it freak me out? Yes. But I'm hoping that this will be the final straw. Like, this is the second time I've had one. I don't know what's causing it. Like, there's so many different reasons. But yeah, that's what it is. I was terrified about the cellulitis. The bladder infection, like, it wasn't really that big of a deal to me, even though that's also scary because it can travel to your kidneys. Like, it is a whole thing. But I was more so like mad at myself because I felt like I didn't take care of my toe well enough because that's where the bacteria like got into and that's how I got cellulitis, and that's usually just how it works because it can go like inside of the smallest, like if you had a paper cut, like you can get cellulitis from that even if you're 100 pounds. It doesn't even matter. And I was ashamed because I knew exactly what people would say, and I know it's gonna be down in the comments. I know exactly what
Dog, if that were the case, then you picking at your fucking arms all day and night for the past few years would have given you cellulitis. And it probably has, because your legs look like they've only gotten bigger.
they're gonna say, but I just feel like I should be open with you guys, and that's what I'm going through. And we can all just hope the antibiotics help with my bladder infection and that it doesn't travel to my kidneys because we don't need that right now. Like, we really don't.
Well, we know it already had by this point, like, because she did get a kidney infection. Like, it's never ending with this girl. It is never ending.
That's just it right there. So just keep me in your thoughts, please.
And the cycle has now, like, her medical cycle has now begun, and we're starting to see all these, like, seemingly unrelated health things pop up, and then all of a sudden it's probably going to culminate in another big diagnosis. And I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if her uterine cancer has spread, and I think it's going to her lungs next. But I don't want to really speculate on that because that is real dark. But girly, come on, get it together.
Figured we can do comment of the day now and then end my vlog, but I just figured you guys should know. So it is time for comment of the day, but I did not do comment of the day yesterday. So I'm going to do a few comments from that video that I was supposed to, and then we'll get back into schedule and do the video from yesterday. Hopefully that made sense. So these comments will be from Let's Decorate for Christmas, Vlogmas Day 7. Oh, where did you buy it? I love it. The colors. If you're talking about my sweatshirt, I actually got it from Torrid. Am I the only one who didn't think her comments were that bad? She was talking like anyone else would. She was getting frustrated like anyone else would after reading those comments. People literally pick apart everything she does because they don't like her. Y'all are weird sometimes. It's true. What I said about Michael definitely like isn't justified. What I think is frustrating to me is that the same people who are upset with what I said do far more worse and aren't upset with themselves. That's what's strange to me. I can at least admit when I'm wrong, apologize, and try to change that behavior. It's a swollen...
Girl, you can never admit when you're wrong. Like, please. Someone could say the sky is blue, you would argue them, and then you wouldn't apologize for being obviously fucking wrong. Like, oh my god.
Situation type deal thing. Pretty much my face on a daily basis. Okay, so these comments are going to be from the video that I uploaded yesterday, Words of Wisdom with Dana. This comment is from Robin Prescott. This is my girlfriend who isn't impressed with me anymore. This is my ex-girlfriend and her girlfriend, and we live with two guys who are in a relationship together. This is like the most confusing season ever. Oh boy. So many people have issues that me and my ex are friends. I find that to be the most weirdest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Like, point blank period. Oof, you have some really...
It's not necessarily the fact that you're friends with your ex. It's the fact that we can all very much still tell that, like, you're fucking in love with Destiny.
Healthy and damaged hair before adding color. You should really consider getting a professional cut and then get your hair healthy before dyeing it, period. So, yes, my ends have a lot of split ends, especially because it was bleached and I haven't trimmed it in so long. I will be getting it professionally cut and professionally colored.
Yeah, she never did that, by the way.
Always going in on her.
Because do you think she could truly fit in a salon chair? I don't.
He's so shady without even trying to be, and it's hilarious. If you think so, you should hear the things that I say to him off of camera. Me and him are we just have that like personality, and it's actually really funny, and it like keeps us on our toes, and it's not like a stagnant, boring.
I wish Eric did more, like, shady shit, like, said more backhanded stuff, because, ugh. He was pretty funny, but it would have been even funnier.
I think it's really fun.
Do y'all remember that video that he posted? And, like, the boys locked her out of the house so they could fucking get the groceries away before Amber came in to start eating everything.
When he does stuff like that, and vice versa. We literally do not take it personal at all. Oh, Dana and Destiny called and wanted to hang out and spend the night. They must be behind on rent. Oh my gosh. I saw so many people talk about how, like, they're using...
And then she later admitted that, yeah, she had paid their rent sometimes. And other people's. So, like, Amber, come on.
money. Funny thing is, they paid for everything themselves, and not only that, but they paid for me and Becky one of the nights that we went out for dinner. So it shows that you guys literally have...
One of the nights out of the literal hundreds that you have recorded on here.
Idea what you're talking about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I don't know, you guys. I feel like that era of Amber, while, like, now she's annoying and insufferable, she was really bad back then. Amberlynn in small amount of pain and slight fever goes to ER. Twinkie in severe pain and can barely walk. Get in, losers, we're going shopping. Yup. Twinkie in pain. Amber, so I got this Disney mug. She just doesn't understand how it looks, and I don't understand how she doesn't. Like, how does she clip all this together, post it, and just not understand the optics of the entire situation? Like, she has to really have her head shoved up her ass for that not to come across her mind in some way. If you felt bad leaving Twinkie, you wouldn't leave Twinkie. Right, and it's not even like, oh, I felt bad I had to leave Twinkie because I have to go to work or I have to go to, like, this important meeting or something, like, legit. It's, oh, I wanted to go to Walmart for stuff that I don't need, probably buying more food, and then going out and getting more food at a restaurant and hanging out with friends instead of being there for your dog. If this doesn't break her channel, then nothing will. There are 3 emergency veterinarian clinics within 1 hour. Bro, it wasn't even within 1 hour. It was within like 15 minutes. I mean, literally within 5 minutes of where they were that day. So, I hope she knows that everything Twinkie is feeling is her fault. I don't think that has come across to her either, even to this day. Because now she just blames, like, Twinkie's joint problems on old age instead of the fact that... Because Chihuahuas can live for a long time. They can live to be, like, 18 years old or longer sometimes. So Twinkie at 14, like, really shouldn't be having the massive amount of problems she is now. But it's because of her fluctuating weight and just weight problems in general. Amber has completely crippled her animals. Please rehome Twinkie. She never did. Jesus. Except that you can't provide the care she needs. Do right by her. Even if she goes to live by herself, like, she'll never get rid of the dog. The dog would have to be taken from her. Or, you know, the worst would have to happen for Twinkie to finally get some peace from Amber. Poor Twinkie. She deserves to be with a family that takes care of her. True. Diagnosis, bladder infection. Everyone in comments a few weeks ago, it's a bladder infection. ALR a few weeks ago, it is not a bladder infection. This is why we don't trust you ever. She never wants the audience to be right, but in, like, a surprisingly a large amount of cases, the audience always is. She really just gave us the idea that we can drink out of a coffee cup. Who knew? I love how she can't just admit it's her obesity that is causing her health to decline. Skinny people get cellulitis too. A lot of people get bladder infections too. She's so hopeless. She's just trying to justify it. And it's like, girl, a lot of people get cancer too, but that's not something that you should be justifying to yourself. Like, the fuck? If someone didn't think you were a shitty person, hopefully they see now. My dog is shaking in severe pain, but enough about her. Watch me eat. Yup. Yeah, anyways, guys. When do we think, like, Amber's gonna post again? Like, new vlogs and whatnot? Because I really don't think she's going to, anytime soon, to be honest with you. I think this 15 days was mainly to pay for, like, her move and whatnot, and now that she's done it, she's got her coin, you know, she's good to take, like, 2 weeks off, and I think that's probably what we're going to start seeing is just, like, long waits in between the videos. But she also has to continue to pay for thousands of dollars every month for takeout and whatnot, so who knows, guys? Who knows? But yeah, this was another retro react. Gosh. I don't even have the first clue of where we'll begin with all this stuff and whatnot. Just like going through the catalog of Amber videos. You know, might just kind of start picking through the different eras and whatnot and just seeing what I can find. Because, like, I started watching Amber around this time. And, you know, I never went back to watch, like, her old videos. Who the hell would do that? Maybe we can do some more Michael B. Petty reactions or some shit. Y'all remember the video, I'm a little ornament? Maybe that'll be the next one. Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, guys, I'm going to get this edited and sent out to ya. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.